What do you guys think 2020, the pandemic, did to the human psyche? The government basically took work away from us, gave us a UBI, which is a universal basic income, through CERB, which was the payment that we got in Canada, which was about like $2,000 per person per month, which is like the minimum wage of what you're getting, right? What does that psychologically do to you? And then I realized that they were actually preparing and training us for communism and that sort of lifestyle. And I'm going to show you exactly what ChatGPT said. The first psychological effect is loss of structure. So when you go to work and you have any sort of serious goals in life, you have a daily routine, you have time structure, you have external expectations, and then you have social interactions. When that disappears, many people experience disrupted sleep schedules, reduced motivation, feeling ungrounded, increased rumination, which is overthinking. Loss of meaning. When survival is guaranteed but purpose is absent, people may feel emptiness, existential anxiety, a sense of being unnecessary, low self-worth. That feeling of being unnecessary, that is exactly why they use liberals at protests. That is why they pay liberals at protests. And have you noticed that anytime something comes up big in the news, a GoFundMe gets made, and no one knows who makes these GoFundMes? No one even knows if the money actually goes to these people, right? So who's making these GoFundMes? Where is this money going? Is it being money laundered through a bunch of NGOs and a bunch of other charity things just so that they can kind of make chaos, use that psychological, trickery on the liberals, and then bring chaos into society to the rest of us? But it keeps going. So now we have motivational decline, autonomy, control over your life. You feel like you don't have any control. Competence, feeling capable, relatedness, connection to others. If someone has no goals and no work, competence may decline. We've seen that throughout society right now after 2020. And we're all saying that it might be just a vaccine, but I think it actually might be the psychological effects of this. Autonomy can feel meaningless, social networks shrink. And then you've got the increased risk of depression, right? You have depression, substance abuse, learned helplessness. That's what they want because they want UBI to be permanent. Reduced cognitive sharpness. They also want that because they want zombies just kind of walking around, pretty much thanking the government for giving us the minimums. So now when you put all of those psychological things together, all of a sudden it starts making sense why Canada is saying, hey, if you're too poor or too depressed, you can get made, which goes with the whole depopulation plan. And then if you're not going to depopulate yourself, then they're going to basically put you in a imprisonment camp of digital IDs and communism all kind of mixed in one. Isn't it crazy?